In a world filled with distractions, instant gratification, and declining mental health, many men are searching for ways to regain control over their lives. One ancient practice that has resurfaced in modern discussions is semen retention, the conscious decision to abstain from ejaculation, whether through masturbation or sexual activity. The claim that semen retention can give you unshakable confidence may sound exaggerated to the uninitiated, but when explored deeply, it becomes clear that this practice can profoundly impact a man's mental clarity, energy, emotional stability, and self-belief. Proponents of semen retention claim numerous benefits, including increased energy, mental clarity, and, most notably, unshakable confidence. But how does retaining semen translate into such a profound shift in self-assurance? This article explores the physiological, psychological, and spiritual mechanisms behind semen retention and why it may be the key to unlocking unwavering confidence. This content will explore how and why semen retention can lead to unshakable confidence by examining its physical effects, psychological transformation, and spiritual grounding. We'll also look at cultural roots and practical advice to make the journey tangible. What is semen retention? Semen retention is the conscious practice of abstaining from ejaculation for extended periods. This does not necessarily mean avoiding sex altogether, as in celibacy, but rather involves mastering sexual energy instead of compulsively releasing it. Many practitioners redirect this energy into physical fitness, creativity, entrepreneurship, or spiritual practice. Why is it controversial? Mainstream science is often skeptical of semen retention, citing a lack of empirical evidence. Critics argue that there is no proven link between holding in semen and increased testosterone or mental clarity. However, anecdotal evidence and ancient wisdom offer a compelling counter-narrative. Thousands of men have reported profound shifts in their confidence, productivity, and charisma. In ancient China, Taoist masters believed that Jing, sexual lessons, was a vital life force. They taught techniques of semen retention and transmutation to enhance spiritual power, longevity, and vitality. Ejaculation was seen as a loss of energy, while retention allowed a man to channel that energy upward into creative and spiritual pursuits. In Vedic philosophy, brahmacharya, celibacy, or sexual restraint, is considered essential for those pursuing enlightenment. Yogis would abstain from sexual activity to maintain high vibrational energy. According to Hindu texts, semen retention sharpens the intellect and strengthens willpower. Christian monks also practiced celibacy not only for spiritual purity, but as a form of sacrifice that elevated their character and resilience. The idea was that resisting the strongest temptations forged unbreakable willpower, one of the core ingredients of confidence. While semen is just a biological substance in the scientific view, its production involves a complex process requiring high energy and nutrients. Semen contains zinc, magnesium, selenium, amino acids, and neurotransmitters like dopamine. Retaining semen allows the body to reabsorb some of these nutrients, leading to increased energy and vitality, greater stamina and physical strength, improved focus and mental clarity. Testosterone and confidence. Testosterone is closely linked to confidence, aggression, and assertiveness. Some small-scale studies and anecdotal reports suggest that abstaining from ejaculation for 7 to 14 days may lead to a temporary spike in testosterone levels. Even if long-term effects are debated, many men report feeling more dominant, assertive, and grounded when they abstain from ejaculation. At the heart of confidence is trust in oneself. When you decide to go against your natural impulses, especially one as powerful as sexual gratification, you build a strong internal muscle called self-discipline. Each day of retention is a silent victory, reinforcing belief, I am in control of my urges. This builds self-respect, mental toughness, delayed gratification mindset. These traits are the opposite of insecurity and self-doubt. They form the bedrock of unshakable confidence. Pornography and compulsive masturbation are major sources of shame and low self-esteem for many men today. Semen retention is a way to break free from those addictive patterns. Once you stop relying on dopamine hits from porn or ejaculation, you begin to experience a newfound mental clarity and peace. That peace turns into presence. Presence is attractive. Presence is power. Transmutation of sexual energy. Napoleon Hill, in his classic book Think and Grow Rich, devoted an entire chapter to the concept of sex transmutation. He argued that many successful men learn how to convert sexual energy into ambition, charisma, and drive. Sexual energy is life force energy. When it's not wasted through frequent ejaculation, it can be redirected into artistic creation, business endeavors, public speaking and leadership, athletic excellence. This transformation of energy is both subtle and profound. Men who retain semen often find themselves more motivated, clear-headed, and magnetically charismatic, all hallmarks of confident masculinity. Practitioners of semen retention often report surprising change in how others, especially women, respond to them. Eye contact becomes stronger, posture improves, speech slows down and deepens. There is less anxiety and more composure. Why? Because people feel your energy before you speak. Semen retention increases a man's energetic presence. This is not pseudoscience. It's basic evolutionary psychology. When a man is brimming with life force, confidence and virility radiate through body language and tonality. Another major psychological shift occurs when a man no longer chases external pleasures. Instead of seeking approval from women or society, he begins to value his own presence and direction. This creates a magnetic detachment. Ironically, it makes others more drawn to him. When you stop trying to impress, you become impressive. This is the essence of unshakable confidence. Many men live in a cycle of guilt after watching porn or engaging in compulsive sexual behavior. Semen retention helps break that cycle. As the shame diminishes, self-worth rises. This increase in self-worth is not based on external achievements. It's rooted in inner alignment. Semen retention is more than a hack. It's a philosophy of conscious masculinity. In a world where distractions are endless and discipline is rare, the man who chooses mastery over comfort stands out. This isn't about hating sex or demonizing pleasure. It's about reclaiming your energy and directing it purposefully. A man on semen retention walks differently, speaks differently, thinks differently. He becomes a leader, not a follower. A creator, not a consumer. Unshakable confidence doesn't come from flashy clothes, wealth, or likes on social media. It comes from within, from the deep knowing that you are in control of yourself. Semen retention is a path back to that inner power. It teaches you how to respect yourself, command your energy, and live with purpose. It's not easy, but that's exactly why it works. In a culture that encourages indulgence, restraint is revolutionary. And confidence, in its purest form, is the quiet strength of a man who knows who he is and doesn't need to prove it to anyone.